What up, 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 what up? My peoples, my mother peoples. Back at it. Quality Minutes. Podcast full effect. Episode 3 of them. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, this is we officially doing the episode?
I think so.
You think so?
That just sounded good, man. It just sounded good,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm talking about?
We'll see how things turn out.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
We'll see how things turn out.
So what's up, man? What's been up? How was your weekend, man? Your week, I'm sorry.
It wasn't bad at all, man. The week was interesting. It was a busy week, very busy week. Had a lot going on. Had a lot of things on the calendar. Tried to fill up. We'll try to get those things. Yeah.
Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm feeling my new Quality Minutes beanie. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, tell us about that. Is that the blue?
Yeah, this
blue
the
hoodie.
Yeah, the navy blue hoodie, Hard Work Hall of Fame edition, with the navy blue Hard Work Hall of Fame beanie. Scully to those people in the hood. You know what I'm talking about?
It's pretty good quality.
Damn good quality. Shout out to Quality Minutes out there, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, shout out to those folks who went and purchased stuff, purchased items.
We love y'all mama for having you, man. Shout out
for sure. What he said, all of that.
Shout out to y'all, man. So we got a couple issues. I ain't gonna even say issues.
Well, you ain't tell me about your week. How was your week?
Oh, I'm sorry. My week was it was a week. It was 7 days.
Yeah, that it is.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Always
man.
7.
My birthday was actually last Wednesday.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday, man.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to the Scorpios out there. November babies. What's happening?
Oh, yeah. So how did you celebrate your birthday?
Me and my beautiful bride to be, she took me on vacation, man. She took me out of town.
Wait, hold on. wait, what?
I'm just talking future, man. Don't excuse me, you know.
You can't
my little John.
Yo, yeah, you can't just say that and then just move on like
shout out to my little John.
Okay. All right.
She took me out of the state, man. We just had a little cozy setting. Some, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty dope, man.
Oh man, it was very cozy. I mean, like,
when
you had the hot tub in the room with the private swimming area, like it was what do you call it? A grotto?
Hey man, like my nigga Thugnificent say on Boondocks, we had a jacuzzi in the motherfucking living room.
But wasn't that called a grotto that was in there with the water coming down? I don't know.
Yeah, we had the sprinkler system.
I don't have money like that, but they had the swimming pool inside the suite with the rainforest water coming down in the middle.
Had the summer rain Carl Thomas joint going on in that bitch, bro. You hear me? It was dope, man.
He was doing he was doing like a real R&B video in there, like.
Shout out to Kimberly, man. Good looking. You know.
What was the name of that spot?
I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Cypress? Is it Cypress? Cypress? It's one of those. It's Illinois. Shout out to Illinois, man. A blue state too. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. Speaking of blue states.
Wait, hold on. We got to know more about your getaway, man.
Well, you know, that's kind of like rated R information. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. No, it was dope, man. We chilled and got a lot of relaxation going on, you know, and
So you was in Chicago though, right? Like Chicago is known for good eats. Like they got good food out in Chicago. Did y'all take in some fine dining?
We went to a few little small bar and grills. I can't tell you the name of them because I wasn't I wasn't like downtown. We were probably about 30 minutes outside Chicago, outside the city. So we were in one of them little rural communities. Shout out to they beautiful rural communities out there, though, man. Illinois got some beautiful communities, bro.
Hey, I first of all, I am not the police, man. Why can't you remember any details of your weekend? Like what happened over the weekend? Why can't you remember any of it?
Only thing I know that it was Mr. Nasty Time, man.
All right, what was the next thing you was about to say?
Exactly, right. Exactly. But no, all the serious, no, it was a dope, man. I enjoyed my birthday, man. It was just some. Yeah, we just need to get away for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
It was the big
3-7.
3-7. Wow.
Yeah, we'll be at that 38 special next year, man. That's something. Sheesh. Still in my youth though, so don't get it messed up, y'all. Don't try to catch me slipping. I'm always on my toes. So talk about put them quality minutes in with these hands. You know what I'm talking about? So don't get it twisted. You feel me?
Yeah. Speaking of 38 special, man, I know you heard about the news, man.
These motherfuckers try to get my boy Benny, man. Come on, man.
I know. Down in what, Dallas? No, Houston,
man.
Houston, huh?
Houston done had some stuff going on
Benny
within the last couple of days.
In Texas.
Yeah. Can't believe they shot my dog Benny the Butcher. Get well soon, Benny, man. Shout out to the Griselda Experience page on Instagram.
Yeah.
I wrote something to him like, man, keep your head up to Benny, and they wrote me back like, yeah, man, it's just sick out here in these streets. So
it's crazy, man.
But they said he's doing fine. They say so. Shout out to Benny, man. Shout out to the Griselda gang. Be careful, first of all. Everybody just be careful because people just hungry out here in these streets, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's unfortunate. You work your ass off to get some, and people try to take it from you in 2 seconds. So it's
just take it. Like, don't just take it.
They don't give you no remorse. It's crazy, man. Because I was unfortunately in a similar situation. I think it might have been in 2011. I got carjacked for $10 worth of gas, bro. $10?
I remember that night you called me.
I was heated, bro.
I know.
Needless to say, I took some very careless action.
Yeah, you went out like a vigilante that evening.
Yeah, man. All black boots, a book bag, and a shotgun, and was just riding my bike.
The dark night of Detroit that night.
Rode around probably about a 5 to 6 block radius, man.
Ready to take matters into your own hand.
And as I'm riding, and I knew it might have been a bad idea. It was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea. I remember telling you, I said, Greg, just go home. Just go home.
The streets wasn't my home that night. I felt like Batman on the roof and just parked up on the roof there. You know, I just be chilling with the cape just flying. That's how I felt, man.
Perched.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Damn it.
Brooding.
And the crazy part
brooding over the city.
As I'm riding around, I run into a police vehicle, and they're sitting outside the house, and I'm on fire. So I'm getting irate with the cops. Like, hey, my man's, dog, I just got jacked, and y'all motherfuckers is over here chilling. And the cops, they both just looked at me like, you need to relax. First of all, go home. But I'm like, well, somebody got to be out here fighting this crime since y'all just over here.
But a crime has been committed.
Yeah, and he's like, you need to go home. So I'm like, why do I need to go home? I need to find the person who did this. So he was like, look, why you think we're not doing nothing? You see that house right across the street right there? I'm like, yeah, it's 6 stolen cars from tonight in that backyard over there. I said, oh,
but
let me take my ass home. Y'all are doing y'all job. I'm sorry. Shout out to the Detroit Police Department.
Well, I was about to ask, did they move on it or they were just?
Oh no, they was
just scoping it out. They were stakeout.
They were locking down the area. They shut it down.
Okay.
I think the person who carjacked me, I think they got like 6 to 8 cars that night.
Wow.
And that shit crazy, man. Wow, little guys, man. Young balls.
I know. Well, listen. There's something to say about it. There's something to say about setting a goal and executing. because
They were pretty determined to reach
They
that
were
quota that
pretty
night, bro.
efficient that evening.
Yeah, they went
6,
crazy.
7 stolen joints.
Crazy. No mask on. They were just out here getting them, bro. They got me with no mask and then told me where they were going to take my car. Like, I didn't live over there. Like, look, your car going to be on such and such. But such and such was 2 streets over from me. Like, y'all niggas going to just tell me when you're going to drop it off.
You know how arrogant, like, you probably were, like, if you were vehicle number 7 or 8, like, they was feeling themselves at that point of the night because they had already got 6 before you.
Like, they was just, they got done. They got all the practice runs out the way, and it was just real life when they got to me, I guess.
Yours was just a bonus. He was like, listen, man, this is what we gonna be. This is what we.
But my car was a piece of shit at the time, bro. It was a piece of shit. Like, what kind of
quota?
That shit is insane, man. So everybody just stay safe out there, because when you don't think it could happen to you, it could definitely happen to you, man. You know, luckily I'm still here to talk about it, because it was 2 actually guys were trying to get it, were carjack me, and one of them was cool. The other one, who had the gun, he wanted to shoot me because at that particular time in life I wasn't smoking marijuana. He like, where the weed at? I'm like, man, shit, I don't even smoke. What? Nigga, I'm about to end this nigga. This man's like, whoa. I'm like, excuse my lungs for needing a break. Excuse me.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Wow. You were about to get ended that evening for not being illegal, for not being an illegal drug user.
Because he wanted a nick bag. But that's because I kind of blame it on myself, man. Because it was late at night. No, it was honestly, no, it wasn't. I was just out there trying to get a Lucy. A cigarette got me robbed, man.
See.
Yeah. Thank God I'm 9 years clean from cigarettes.
Did you quit after that evening? Or?
Oh, for sure. It was game time. It was game time. They weren't worth it, man. I'm solid. But to each his own. Those who do smoke, please try to wing yourself off of them, because your health is more important. So keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That shit was crazy.
I know. Where was we going with this? I know you. You was going somewhere with this conversation.
We was talking about Benny. That's what happened. We was talking about Benny.
Right.
We were telling people to be safe out there in these streets, man. I got a couple of questions. I ain't gonna even say questions. As you know, we're here in Michigan. So today at 6:00, the governor is considering a 3-week shutdown.
Oh,
closing schools, like on campus schooling. Mm-hmm. They're shutting down the bars. They're shutting down movie theaters. They're shutting down clubs. All because you motherfuckers can't sit down. Please sit down. Please. All you Vegas flyers, you LA flyers, and y'all out there partying with no damn mask on, being side by side with your road dog, passing blunts and stuff to yourselves.
I see people's social media, and then I gotta check the news because I feel like I missed something. Like they out in Vegas party, they living their best life out in Vegas right now.
And Vegas is, from what I hear, is not even open really. Like, you can do certain things. You can walk the strip, which is 78 miles long. You can walk that as long as you like. But I heard a lot of the stuff is shut down. So what the fuck is y'all doing out there in Vegas? What are they doing?
I'm living my best life.
Clearly.
They're living their best life. Super spreading. Just giving everybody the virus.
Saying of the virus. Yeah, they going Goku mode out there with the virus.
Oh, man.
Please relax, please.
And then bringing it back home.
And I'm not concerned. I am concerned my own health, but I feel like I take my daily vitamins. I try to keep my immune system up to par. Like I said, I just want people to realize that people that are around you might not have the same immune system as you. So please think about them, man.
Right.
Because I know
Right.
my mom not playing that at all. Like she will make me spray Lysol all on my body before I even walk in her house. So she's not playing that shit, bro. So y'all just be careful out there, man. For real, for real.
Yeah, just wear your mask. You know what I
Please.
mean? Like if you feel like you gotta go out and you feel like you still gotta live your life, just wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart, you know, just do those things. Wash your hands. I mean, you should have been washing your hands anyway, but you know,
Please wash your
you should be
hands.
washing, sanitize your fingertips, clean your fingernails out. Don't touch your face a lot.
Right.
All right.
But why do people touch their face like that? Like, what are you doing touching your faces like that, man? Just you just here with it. Just
I don't know, cause I do that too. Like I do a lot of that, like with my fiddling with my like goatee and stuff.
well, I can see that. I can see
So
that.
you know,
But I hear that they're coming up with a vaccine.
oh, you gonna be first in line to get it.
Can't say that I will. Okay. No, I can't. I really can't say that I will, man.
Yeah, no, I gotta collect some data first. I gotta let
Yeah,
y'all go
a
in it.
lot.
Yeah,
Because the last time I thought it was a good idea for them to give me a particular shot to prevent things, a flu shot. That was the worst sickness I've ever had in my entire life.
how
Like,
long? How long were you sick?
it's been so long ago, it felt like years. Like, but I probably was only sick for about 4 days. But that was a terrible 4 days,
Mm.
and I'm straight. Like, if I get it, then we'll do what it takes, the necessary precautions to get it out of me. Besides that, ain't nobody forcing no shit in me that I don't even know what's going on. Nah.
I hope nobody's forcing anything inside of you, man. I really.
Paul. Whoa.
I don't. You know, I don't want that
Talking
for
about
you.
I was just talking the vaccine. Sheesh.
No.
Holy moly, don't let
Well,
take it easy. I have to say though, that's a nice shirt you got on over there, man. What you got going on over there, bro?
yeah. So
Ooh.
yeah. New product that's on the website livequalityminutes.com.
You know where it is, right down below.
Livequalityminutes.com. Please, if you have not visited, please go visit ASAP. ASAP Rocky.
Please go visit. Hope you guys are making every minute count out there, because that's what it's all about, man.
Oh, we got some new joints coming out though. Like we got some new products coming out. So please stay tuned. Please go visit, listen to the podcast. Episode 1 and 2 are out. And you know, we on there just, you know, talking a little bit of ish and
It's out on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music,
Anchor.
Anchor. Yeah, we out here, y'all. Thanks to y'all, man. Good looking. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap on in. You feel me?
Tap in, man.
You know. Over the weekend though, seen a couple good bouts. Shout out to Terrence Crawford.
Oh man, Terrence Crawford. You know what? I think Terrence Crawford has made me a believer, man. I was kind of skeptical of Terrence, even though he was knocking everybody out.
Oh, really?
I was still like, because he hadn't fought a lot of guys. Like, you know, when I first started to watch him, he hadn't fought a lot of guys. But like, you know, Kell Brook got a pretty good, you know, resume.
Yeah.
And he knocked the snot out of that boy last night, man. It was bad. In the fourth too?
Yeah. He took care of business early, man. Do you think we'll ever get a chance to see him versus a maybe an Errol Spence sometime soon?
I think that's the most common sense. Like, so it's Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. I feel confident that Errol Spence will probably take that against Danny Garcia. And the next big fight has to be Crawford, Errol Spence. So Crawford, his next fight needs to be like just a, you know, like a little tune-up fight or something, you know, against like Ryan T. Williams from, you know, Raleigh, North Carolina, you know, a little tune-up joint. And then after that,
get your bag, B. Get your bag.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I think that'd be a super like welterweight fight, man. I wouldn't say dope. Yeah, I don't think it'd be like Mayweather, Pacquiao or anything. It won't be that big, but that'd be a big fight, man.
Yeah, because people have been anticipating this fight for a while too. Because both fighters are definitely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Spency and Bub.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like the fact that like I said on the last podcast, boxing is getting exciting again. Got some good talent out there, man. These promoters just need to man up, man. Let these boys fight, man. That's what they get in the game for, man. All this politics and shit. Let them boy throw hands, man. Sometimes politics just getting too much in the way of what the people really want, man.
Well, they gotta make sure the money is right. You can. That's Mayweather right there. What I appreciate about Mayweather was that he was a businessman. He made sure that he got his bag every time he fought. And so I think like that's kind of the movement is moving forward is these guys are making sure that the money is right, but also another thing is that Mayweather kind of like he made it hard for dudes to do is give up that undefeated record.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, he never lost. Right. And so guys with that undefeated record, like they less likely to take those big fights because they're afraid to lose that.
Yeah, man. And that's sad because back in the day, those boxers, they didn't give a damn about their record. Oh. If they ain't like you, it's scrap mode, man.
They didn't give a damn about their health either because them boys used to be
pretty.
Who was that? It was Sugar. What was that fight? It was Sugar Ray. No.
And Hitman.
It might
have been. They had an epic battle. It was just nothing. No,
it was
power blows.
Or was
you talking about Hagler?
Yeah.
Hagler Hearns.
It was Hagler Hearns. That first round, they came out. Nowadays they go out and they feel each other out, get a distance. You know what I mean? Them boys came out ready to massacre one another.
They came out like the other one stole their last sack or something, and they was not playing no games.
They were like
power
beat.
beat. All sound effects with the hits, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
They was pulling up their pants while they was fighting. That's what it was.
Hold on, nigga. They wanted to take their shirt off, but it was already off. Hold on. Yeah, they was throwing haymakers.
Hands was up here. They was like, wait a second. That's not how.
That's when Tommy Hearns had the Jerry curl. Ooh, he was knocking the juice out of his curl. Come on, baby. Not the easy eat curl.
Man, he had an afro after that fight, man. He
took all the activator out of that curl.
Man, what? He was Black Power by the end of the fight, man.
Oh, baby. That shit crazy, man.
Yeah. He went from Thriller to Black Power, man.
Not the Billie Jean light up the floor walk joints.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely Soul Glow on the way to the ring. Feeling so smooth.
Shout out to Soul Glow. That's an epic commercial, man. We need to shoot one like that for Quality Minutes. Man.
Soul Glow.
What y'all think? Should we do a Soul Glow commercial for Quality Minutes? So silky smooth.
What was that again?
Don't even worry about it, man. Tap into livequalityminutes.com. That's what it is. Tap in, man. Tap in for your great apparel. Make every minute count.
Yeah.
Gang. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure. Oh, what else happened? Did you catch the Lions game? Oh, by the way, this is not a sports podcast, just FYI. But go ahead. Did you see the Lions game?
Yeah, I saw the Lions game, man. I can say good job today, Lions.
Really? You think so?
Nah, I can't say that for real. I'm trying not to be sick of it because it's Saturday, man. I mean, it's Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm off. My days is Michigan screwed. But I'm just so tired of it, man. See, let me get right on into it. See, hold on, take this goddamn.
This what he really wanted to talk about.
It's the third episode of this shit, man. And every last one of them, I've been fucking sick of it. And I just need answers. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Harbaugh is still not fired.
It's the third week in a row.
The Michigan Wolverines still has a job. have been this Michigan Wolverine team is the worst Michigan Wolverines team I have ever seen in my 37 years of life.
Wait
And we've had some
wait a minute.
Oh yes, do your research.
Really?
In my 37 years,
they are
we
getting
have
blown
never
out.
We've never went 1-3 or 1-4. What is it? 3? Yeah, 1-3. First, we haven't started off like that. Second of all, we never get blew out like that. Third of all, there's not one likable key
even in
on this team.
Even in the Brady Holt days.
Brady Holt beat Ohio State.
You remember there was some Denard Robinson years that were kind of shaky, man. Like that last year he was there was nasty.
Denard had a defense that we could be like, okay, at least we ain't getting 50 points put up on us. We had some bright sides of those different teams. This team right here, though.
Hey, well, first of all, let me back up real quick. This is why I lost. This is when I lost respect for the University of Michigan when they let Denard Robinson step on the field with his laces completely untied. Like, why would you put that black man in that position?
Because they knew the nigga couldn't throw.
So they let him step out there with house shoes on.
Hey, whatever it is to make that boy's leg move faster, they were into it. That's the only quarterback I know who couldn't throw a lick and still almost was a Heisman candidate. Wow, how?
Boy was an athlete. He was an athlete.
He was. Shout out to Denard, man. I don't know what you're doing right now. You're probably a custodian, but
oh no, probably icing his ankles for all them years of not tying his shoes while playing.
He went to the league. He went to the league, didn't he?
Yeah, he was there for a little hot second. I'll do the research while you talk.
I think he was a he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But clearly he wasn't a quarterback for sure.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He was stinking it up a bit. But no, honestly, Michigan, they got to do something, man. And I got a rumor today. I don't even know if it's a rumor. I was driving to work and I was listening to an AM radio talk station, and they say, if you thought Jim Harbaugh was getting fired, we got some news for you. Wrong. We're talking about giving him an extension at the end of the year and give him the right to choose if he wants to coach here anymore.
So why do you think they would offer him that that option? Because I know your perspective, but like, why, they're having a tough year right now. Why would they offer that option?
I can't put it in words, man. Either he's bang skeeting somebody up there in the top office.
Wait a minute.
or they just got a lot of favoritism for the Harbaugh family. I'm not sure. It just like it's a double standard, I would say, because I feel like if it was a brother named Tony Davis, who was an African American coach, if he would have lost 3 games back to back, his ass would have been on 94, shipped back to the crib.
Oh yeah, they would have gave him the Coach Boone treatment from remember the Titans. You lose once, you're out of here.
You're out of here, Boone. Whoa, 1 game, just 1.
My man, Coach Boone was coaching for his livelihood. To put food on the table. They was ready to can his ass.
They put a fiery cross on his motherfucking lawn, bro. Just for a football team? For a 6-point score? Please. Come on, man.
My man came out running a triple option. Like, we got to win this.
We got to do anything to get this win, bro. And he left it all on the line, man. Shout out to Coach Boone.
Interesting fact. His daughter taught at my high school.
For real?
Yeah.
Did she know football?
I never really had those kind of conversations with her, but
should have tested her football knowledge. So what happened to the Lions in 1991? Just hit her with some just random shit, like,
No, yeah, she actually, Coach Boone came to speak at my high school when I think I was a senior. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I wasn't there for it, but but I know what happened because they were like, "You missed it. It was so good."
Oh well, thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting us
me
know. You know, it's just I feel like that's a privilege because that's a big time job. Well, I can't even consider it a big time job anymore because within the last decade and a half, we've been looking pretty suspect. So it's kind of like I have to water down our sticking my chest out. You know, just had to bring it in a little bit because we got to be humble now. We're not. This is not the 1990s. Hell, this ain't the 2000s. We just we just look bad, man.
Yeah.
Shout out looking like.
Shout out to Lloyd Carr.
Shout out to Lloyd, man. Can we bring Lloyd back? Nah, because Lloyd started getting his ass kicked by Tressel.
Oh yeah.
Ohio State, I hate you so much. just know that, man. And I'm afraid, Brian.
What are you?
I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of?
Because Michigan plays Ohio State in less than a month now, and with what we have put out there on the field, it just looks like a 100-point outing for Ohio State, man. And they've been talking so much trash about how they want to put up 100 points on us that I'm really afraid because it really looks like they can do it. I've never seen us not clicking on any aspect of the game, like none. Harbaugh so tripped out, he don't even know if he want to wear blue khakis or the regular Jones. He don't know what to do out there, bro.
Listen, I know things were looking bad for y'all, and I said this before. When Rocky Lombardi.
Oh, why we gotta go? Why do we gotta go back here?
What man, Rocky Lombardi? Why did you all have him looking like Peyton Manning against your secondary? Rocky Lombardi.
This motherfucker look like a Chucky doll.
Shout out to Rocky, by the way, getting us the W against University of Michigan.
Hey man, I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of it. As I'm watching my team lose, I got Michigan State people around me, and they, hey man, y'all kind of trash. And I'm like, man, how y'all gonna call us trash? Oh yeah, because we beat y'all.
Maybe here's some advice, man. I think maybe you should just take some pressure off yourself.
Just give up.
Take some pressure off yourself. Just take some pressure off yourself. I've just learned to take pressure off myself. Like I've, the outcomes of these athletic events just don't impact me the way they used to, man.
It's just the fact that
I talk disappointment.
Shit. I talk a lot of trash, man. I mean, I just like the excitement of it. This is the competitiveness of it all, man. You know.
Yeah. I can understand that.
It can't be competitiveness if my team keep getting the ass kicked. That's not really competition. We're just getting slapped around.
Listen, as a Lions fan, I had to take pressure on myself. I was tired of having disappointing weekends.
That's the worst. That's the worst. And then
you know how discouraging it is when you're having a conversation with somebody at your job, and I live in North Carolina, and they ask you, "So who's your team?"
Oh Lord! And you try to whisper to him. The Lions.
I was like, "What? Say my who? What?"
I don't really watch football like that. But I do tap into my home team every now and then. You gotta come up with different stories.
Every now and again, I don't have a Sunday ticket, so I don't really need to get a chance to.
Really, my TV don't even actually show the local channels over there anymore.
So
how do you think that feels when you are in the city and somebody asks you that, and we all have the same disappointed ass faces on?
Shared sorrow.
Shout out to hashtag shared sorrow.
Hashtag shared sorrow.
And we all just ask the same question: when is it going to end? When is it going to end? I don't see it in sight, man.
I don't. So that game, the game today, although the Lions won, just most poorly managed second half I've ever seen. Like, so they get up 21 points, 23 touchdowns they were up, right? Right. Um, and so we've been playing great defense, putting great pressure on Alex Smith. And then for whatever reason, we stopped blitzing. We went back into a zone.
Terrible zone. God. Look.
And Alex Smith just turned into Joe Montana. Like, he just started going crazy. He threw for like 350 yards.
Heard to me is somebody said the man only has one leg and he's out there busting y'all ass like this. I said, wow. He has one leg.
He couldn't be stopped.
Alex Smith came in and this bitch put up 400 yards passing with one leg. Jeff Okuda, I hate you too, man. I don't know why we drafted you so high when we could have got people like Judy and, you know, just some different weapons to help out.
Man, they did Jeff. They do Jeff wrong, man. Like, he just got here.
Opposing quarterbacks or just
just everybody. Just how you going to assign my man? Like, he's been given the toughest assignments every single week. It's like you just getting hired at a job and they're like, all right, you're the owner now. Like, you gotta he
is Darius Slade 2.0.
Don't do him like don't do Darius. Don't do big play Slade like that.
Oh, dare we? I don't know who did that. Whoever started that big play Slay shit, please stop it. Please.
He had some plays.
So did Benny Blades. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So did Mel Farr. So did they.
Remember Mel Gray?
Oh, God. Jesus.
Mike Farr.
Oh.
Mel Farr to the rescue.
Boom, boom, boom. With the cape on underneath his suit.
Mel Farr to the rescue.
Shout out to Mel Farr being such a big rip-off artist. He was a scammer, bro. He used to cut your car off. If you didn't pay your bill, if you was late like 3 days, bro, you could be in the middle of driving your car on the freeway and he will automatically cut your car off in the middle of traffic. Damn, Mel Farr, you are heartless.
You better make that payment.
Right, you better make it.
You better make that payment. Too. You do not want to be on 275 or 696.
Please don't be on 696 or even worse than that, 94 going east. Shout out to the east side, man. I ain't gonna go on y'all today. Not today. We love y'all east side.
No, we don't. But let me just say one thing. You do not want to be on the east side and your car shuts down. And Mel Farr cuts your car off.
Yeah, if you down on the east, man, you because you know them little emergency vehicles that ride.
Stay in the car until daylight.
Remember that movie Tremors? You got to get out your car. They feel your footsteps. That's the. That's what it's gonna be like for you if your car cuts off on 94 and Harper in the middle of the night, bro. Just stay in the whip, man.
You will never compare the east side of Detroit to the movie Tremors. They couldn't even walk on the sand. They was taking their asses out.
Quick. Snatching their ass.
They was jumping from rock to rock.
On the truck.
Standing on top of the back of the truck.
Shout out to that being a terrible movie, though.
Horrible.
It was terrible, man.
They came out with like 2 more of them Jones too, man.
Like for what? How much more can you show me a mutated worm that comes out of the ground and bites people? Like, we got to do better, man. But I guess some of these newer movies not as, they're not as good either, man.
Well, you know what I could appreciate about the 80s and 90s, man, is they were pretty original. Like, pretty original. I think movies now are just remakes of movies that we've seen like multiple times, man.
Agreed.
Like, how many remakes have there been? I mean, they're coming out with a new Coming to America. They own Bad Boys Part 7 now. Like, it's just Halloween, all that.
I think Halloween's up in the 20s now. Is this Halloween 20? Michael Myers is 117 years old with that same Dickie outfit, chasing people down.
With the walk down.
The slow boy. But I'm telling you, the first Michael Myers, he got in that goddamn station wagon. And he was driving around. I swear that was the funniest horror movie I've ever seen. He was driving around the community so peacefully in his damn with the wood grains station wagon, bro.
Wait, I don't recall.
Please go watch the first Halloween again. He hops in somebody's car, bro, and he just bending corners, and they showing different scenes and people walking past. You see this fool just driving past, slow as hell. Just shout out to Michael Myers, man.
Oh man.
Were we down in I think we were in North Carolina watching Jason. Did we watch Jason down there? And we were wondering why the hell all these people kept going to Crystal Lake doing this, a murder scene.
I don't know if we was watching it, but maybe. Yeah, we were. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of specs or what's a I don't know what's going on at Crystal Lake, but it must be a phenomenal camp. It must be a phenomenal camp.
They have an amazing cleanup crew.
Great program. Great programming. A lot of activities.
Shout out to the coroner's office out there because they know how to clean a crime scene up so scandalous, bro. This dude had killed a person with a pitchfork, have him stuck up on a wall with a pitchfork, and they just come on down and take him off the wall. Oh, Jason got another one.
And y'all open for business the next summer?
That's an amazing turnaround rate, man.
Jesus.
Like, where's
the marketing team is superb.
Phenomenal.
Superb.
The promotion team is phenomenal. You have to come to Crystal Lake. It's to die for. Literally. Is that the slogan? Come to Crystal Lake. It's to die for. Holy fucking moly.
Oh man.
Please, man. Just
yeah, they made some horrible joints, man. Like, remember when he went to space? Do you remember that?
Oh my God, that was a terrible movie. I think Busta Rhymes was in that movie.
No, that was Halloween.
H2O.
H2O. Y'all.
Yeah, that's when it got too much out of control. They just was just putting shit together. Busta Rhymes was doing karate against Michael Myers. Karate? You a kung fu artist? Is that what we doing out here?
You are not. You are not.
Sheesh. What the is going on out here?
Straight out the Dangerous video. You remember that? He's
man.
Dangerous. You know what he was doing?
Doing all them joints. Busta Rhymes used to have some epic videos.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes videos, man.
Yeah, man.
Give me some more video.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Probably like $2 million for that crazy ass video. Just all over the place. But I think that's why him and like people like Missy Elliott stand out, because when they have a vision, they bring it to life like no other. You know what I'm saying? They definitely put their artistry to the table. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I want, and this is how I wanted. Hype Williams. Shout out to Hype Williams for putting all that crazy shit together too.
Yeah, shout out to Hype Williams, man. Him and a Little X. He was another.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Bunch of those videos.
That's another one. Speaking of music, November 19th, I think Versus is going to throw the most disrespectful verses there ever will be. With Gucci Man and Young Jeezy I hope they're not in the same room, because a lot of Gucci Man's music was dissing Jeezy. A lot of it.
Yeah,
like
I hope they do a Zoom call like this, because I'm not sure that. But you know, it would be crazy if they did it with the stove tops in there. With the
come on, man.
The
Pyrex, not the Pyrex pots. Sheesh.
What?
I think Jeezy is a little more.
He's a little bit more classy now. Yeah,
he's classy now. What's his wife? His girl from The View? Is she from The View? The Asian lady?
No, the other one, like The Talk or the Chat or whatever. I don't know.
Whatever the hell the show is. Shout out to her though. There was a picture of Jeezy over there with her Asian family,
like Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah.
Look at him, family man. Shout out to Growth. in
Right.
development.
How you go from the snowman, Jeezy, to snowman? Well, now you just the house man. You know, you just shout out to that, man. Shout out to growth, man. It's a powerful thing, man.
Man went from Ghost to James St. Patrick.
Right. That is the perfect comparison right there, bro. Just put the suit on, man. He a whole different person. Like, yo, Mr. Snow to you. Mr. Snow. He got to give us at least one of them ad libs. At least one. But I'm kind of mad because I didn't mind seeing a T.I. versus Jeezy battle because I feel like a lot of people are still slipping on Tip. They're sleeping on Tip.
I'm waiting
man.
on whoever T.I. goes up against because they got to choose wisely.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people who fail to realize Tip's longevity. Like he's been around a while now. So he demands his goddamn respect, man. Put some respect on Tip, man. And he's an activist in our community, man. Shout out to Tip, man.
It's got a great catalog.
He does, man.
With Gucci and Jeezy, where does Icy land on the like? Do they like who plays it and when does it land? Do they just wait to the end of the whole thing and then play it, or do they play like the first song? You know what I'm saying? And they just play their verses. I mean, I don't think the verses.
The only part I want them to play on Icy is when my man get on that boy at the end, like, look at my charm, my chain hang down to my dick. That is the best part of the entire song. I don't give a damn what they say on that part, bro. That is the best song of the best part of Icy, bro. But I don't think that's gonna happen at all. I don't even think they wanted to do that song together for real. I think that's where they beef might have started, low key.
You gotta play it. You can't. How you gonna have it? You gotta play it. You have to play that. It's a must.
Jeezy too.
They gotta have a conversation before the event.
I don't even think they're gonna talk. I think they're going straight through Swiss and them. Like, look, bro, keep my mans away from me, cause it's gonna be some problems up in this joint, you know. So it's gonna be some security. This is gonna be the first verses where people got their security on the camera. It's just like it's gonna be just a line of people right in the middle, and they're gonna just stand on the outside. Like, yeah.
I hope not, man. I hope they do.
I do hope they can get over it. Yeah, I hope this is a.
I mean, they both made tremendous growth, man. Like,
yeah,
Jeezy. Talk about Jeezy, Gucci, married man. You know,
I really hope this is a chance for them to squash the beef, because if we were ever blessed enough to have those guys do a collaboration, like that'd be dope for the culture, man. They are top key pieces of the trap culture. So that'd be dope and powerful, especially for their city down there. Atlanta, try to get that together for y'all people, man. Shout out to Atlanta, you know, because that'd be dope. That'd be tremendous.
How about a three-way bout? Not they're kind of like in different like lanes, kind of, but a three-way bout. You got Gucci, Jeezy, and Push.
Don't put Push in there, man. Push is
lyrically, I think he's different.
Yeah, he's above average as them. Like they're trap artists. Push talks trap rap. It's a difference. Like he's a lyrical trapper.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pusha T, man. For those who sleep on Push, man, stop. Wake your ass up. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Wake up,
please.
Also, we got some good news, man.
What's the news?
I don't know if it's not fake news. Andre 3000 has done a verse on a Goody Mob CD.
Mm-hmm.
His first verse, they say, in years.
Yeah. I can't remember his last one. The last one I remember was on T.I.'s Trouble Man album.
Well, he went crazy on that.
No. He did a verse on Anderson .Paak's last album. So it hasn't been that long. Like Anderson .Paak's album came out like maybe 17, 18.
That's long, Speedy. It's 2020.
Yeah, a couple years, but I was thinking like 5-6 years. It hasn't been that long. I mean,
it feels that long for me not hearing Stacks, man. Shout out to Stacks. I really want them on the verses. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right, they want to get tried.
Well, you got to hurry up this.
Who you got now?
Tribe Called Quest or Outkast? Oh my God.
I don't think it's close.
You don't think it's close?
Nah.
Not at all.
Mm-mm. I think so. I think Tribe got joints, right? Like Tribe got joints, but I think in terms of like hits, right? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your Tribe folks and your hip hop heads, and folks who are like deeply embedded in the culture. They gonna know Tribe, like we know Tribe. But I think when you talk about like big
Oh yeah.
Billboard
Oh yeah,
charting
for
joints
sure.
that people know for real, Bombs Over Baghdad,
All they got is
Elevators,
Miss Jackson,
Miss Jackson, Art of
Rosa
Storytelling,
Parks.
yeah,
That's crazy. Oh,
All
if they
of
play
Love Below, all of Speaker
oh,
Box.
if they play the Art of Storytelling Part 1, man, I think I'm gonna have an episode in the house because that's my favorite Outkast song. The Art of Storytelling 1, man. It's like that now. It's like that now. Come on, man.
Shout out to Sasha.
Sheesh. Thumper. I remember her number like the summer. Shout out to the cast, man. That is one thing that's on my bucket list.
What's that?
I don't think it ever happened though. To be live at a Outkast concert, I would love to go see those boys live, bro.
Well, they got to perform together first.
That is true. But you remember, maybe it was probably like 7 to 8 years ago. They actually did do a little small tour. It was like 2-3 shows though. I think Andre got up out of there though because he didn't like the exposure or whatever the case may be. But just for those few shows though, I would have flew anywhere in the world to go see that shit. For those people who had the chance to see those guys live, I commend you. Shout out to y'all. That a bitch. I'm hating though. I'm hating.
Yeah, so that's why I think it'll be good because it'll bring back a lot of nostalgia. So another question is like Q-Tip did a bunch, does Q-Tip play like his solo joints? Because
if he throw amplified on there, that was a joint right
Q-Tip.
there.
But also Q-Tip produced a lot. Like, can he play songs that he produced? Because he got joints on Illmatic.
I don't see why not. I mean, you had artists playing all type of shit. You had DMX playing shit off Rough Riders. You had, Snoop Dogg got so many songs that he got so many features on, but they were his songs, but he just had a lot of features. I think it's possible to. I mean, if it's in your catalog, shit, why couldn't you?
Yeah.
You see how 2 Chainz switched it up? Like, y'all just told me to give you hit songs. You didn't tell me,
Yeah.
So
I get that. I think that if he does that, it's an even better battle. I still think Outkast got it though.
I agree.
I mean, if you just look at like Stankonia, Aquemini, and you look at AT Aliens, Speaker Box, Love Below, like
Jesus Christ,
Southern Playalistic, like they got some great albums, just like back to back to back, like nonstop. Every piece of work that they do has been phenomenal.
To this day, AT Aliens is still my fallback album. If I got to go somewhere and I just got to listen to something all the way through, I will pop on AT Aliens and it will take me back to, what was it, 93 when it dropped, maybe?
Yeah.
93 or 95, one of the mugs.
I was in 7th grade, I think. Yeah, 7th grade or 6th grade.
So it had to be 95 then. Because we was in 6th grade. Going to 95, 96. Either way, we old, but I like it.
Right, but also this is information that we can just look up.
That's true. Shout out to Google.
Shout out to technology.
Shout out to Google.
Let's see. Here you go. AT Aliens. 1996. 1996. August 27th, 1996.
Yeah, okay. Wasn't too far off.
No.
That's a great album, man. Shout out to Timeless Music, man.
Indeed. So Yeah, you would consider Outkast probably the best
Hell yeah.
rapper ever.
Hell yeah. Who will be your close second?
Close second. That's a really good question because you got a lot of good ones, man. Like you got Wu-Tang, you got Mob, you got Dog Pound, you got Clips.
Ooh.
You got it's hard to say who's a close second. I think Tribe would probably be the closest because when you talk about like bodies of work and like, you know, the amount of work that they put out plus, you know, the greatness of each one of those, you know, those
Tribe was
pieces.
insane. Yeah, Tribe was insane with it, man. They were insane.
Because I love Mob, but like I didn't love every Mob album, right? Or I love Wu-Tang, but I didn't love every Wu-Tang album, right? So I think like when you just name Outkast discography, like it's almost unmatched, man.
It's tough, bro.
You can't.
And the fact that it's so tough is so amazing because as a group, that's hard to do for you and your person, your artist mate, for y'all to come up with some shit like that on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. That's amazing, bro. Your creativeness have to be on a whole. That's insane.
So only I would say close. If not, a lot of people probably put him number one. It's probably DMC, right? Because of the impact, right? Because
it makes sense.
You know, because of the impact and what they did for the culture. So that would be argument. That'd be an argument. And I can see either way.
You think you know what? I'm gonna say it because ain't nobody else gonna say it. I was a fan, but DMC ain't rub me like that. They didn't rub me like that, man. You know, they was all right. But it did, you know, I just can't be like, oh man, shit, I gotta throw some deal. It wasn't every. I mean, I guess it's out my time. That was time,
but that was different. Like you were 80s baby, and so
true.
They kind of like emerged around that time. So when around the time you really start listening to like hip hop, like you start choosing albums, it was like late 80s, early 90s, and so
I think they're like you say, their impact on the culture is what got me. Like they were able to wear what they want to, you know, they started their old little just a cultural shit. So that's one thing I definitely will. Most definitely. R.I.P.
Because I'm sure somebody out here who will argue that Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 were the greatest group.
Y'all don't know nothing about that damn.
It's somebody out there.
Curtis Blow.
Somebody out there talking about Curtis Blow is the greatest rapper of all time. Shout out to Curtis Blow though, but I'm just
playing ball. Basketball. It's my favorite sport.
What does he like to do? Up and down the court. All right.
Just dribble down the court. Curtis Blow, I ain't never seen you hoop. Ever. Yeah. And then in the video, you had this little baby ass jacket with the. I'm just glad them times is over.
Yeah, that's why I try not to criticize outfits nowadays because it was some sketchy.
Holy moly.
You ever see them old pictures of Dr. Dre and a world class wrecking crew?
Yes, I have. How y'all gonna shiny? How you gonna be a wrecking crew and y'all here with the glitter?
With the shiny, I want to rock with you onesies.
Nobody was taking that serious, Dre. Nobody. The fucking wrecking crew. Stop it. Cut it out. I want to see a battle with Dr. Dre in it though.
Against who?
I don't know. I would have to put him up against like a dude like Hove or something.
What? So that's. I think you got like two different weight classes. Like not in classes, but like you got two different. Because Dre is primarily producer, Jay is primarily like artist rapper. So
I would put. You know what I would like to see. If it could, it probably already happened, or you know, they be doing shit on low key. I would like to see a Neptunes versus maybe a who could I put in there? It would have been like somebody like Timberland, but Timberland already did with Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
But it would have to be somebody who has an effect in the pop culture as well, because Neptunes, they need their roses, man. Because 702 came across my playlist yesterday.
I still love
Ooh, come on, baby, please. Come on.
you. Yeah, when them drums come in there. Yeah, no,
Come on,
yeah.
man.
No, I think like that top tier is Dre, Swiss, Timberland, Just Blaze, Pharrell, like Neptunes, like that top tier.
I'm not even putting Swiss in the top tier though.
What? Wait a minute. You're gonna have to explain yourself, sir.
When it comes to like, how can I say this? When Swiss Beats used to make songs on certain people's album, depending on the artist, just to me, just my personal opinion, it threw off the album a bit. That's just me. Like, I like the song "Bring 'Em Out, Bring 'Em Out." That shit was cool, but it was only cool because it was whole voice. But you also had Swiss Beats who went on and did a Gucci song. And Gucci is a trap guy. He made Gucci sound terrible. That was a terrible decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I would say my top producers like this.
So your argument would be that like the Swiss beat sound does not go with everybody. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Okay.
I would say that.
That's what you
would
would say.
That. Yeah.
All right. I can see that.
My top 5 are producers, like you say. I'll have a Dre, Timberland. I got to throw Primo in there. I got to throw Preem in there.
Now we are talking about hip hop producers, like not just producers in general. Because when you start,
just hip hop.
Yeah,
just hip hop producers. Yeah. Primo.
When you start talking about Barry Gordy, you're like, oh.
Now we're gonna leave Barry out. Shout out to Barry Gordy, man. He's actually my cousin's first cousin, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, man.
Right, but Detroit stand up.
Yeah,
Quincy Jones. Then you can't even like it gets crazy. Like can't even compare.
Hey, Quincy has some hits, bro.
Man, Quincy been producing music for 50 years, man. You can't. There's nobody.
Shout out to LaFace. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about him.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Who
you did?
Who was in that top tier?
I think I said Timbo, Primo, Neptunes. I like Just Blaze too, man. Shout out to Just Blaze be making beats that touch my soul. I don't know what it is, bro. He got them drums. He started bringing them real instruments, bro. He's
great
hard
sampler.
to beat. Yeah,
great
he's
sampler.
hard to beat, man. And
so just FYI, if there's a beat battle online that a lot of people have not seen between Just Blaze and Swiss Beats.
I haven't watched it either.
If you YouTube it, Just Blaze versus Swiss Beats, they like in a small room. I think it's at like Swiss Beats house or something. And Cassidy's in the room. I think like Busta Rhymes is in the room, and they just hanging out, listening to them go back and forth, play beats. It's crazy. It's like just 2 hours long.
And they just getting busy in there. Oh, man.
It's crazy. And so what was crazy about it is Swiss Beats at the end of it played a song that he produced. It was DMX, Nas, and Jay-Z. And I think Jadakiss was on it. And like he never released it. That's
crazy. That's a hell of a lineup right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Kiss, man.
But it's interesting. Like we didn't even mention like Kanye, and I think Kanye is probably like one of the greatest producers, like that we've seen. Like Kanye is pretty solid. He produced the entire Blueprint, so no argument. If you're coming up with an argument, please.
He ain't do the whole Blueprint.
He didn't do the whole thing. He's the executive producer.
I'll give you a.
I would love to hear the argument as to why he wouldn't be in the top tier.
Because he's fucking insane.
No.
Say no.
I was about to say, come on, man.
But okay, let me say this. Okay. Now the Blueprint, It got caught. Okay, wait. How can I explain this?
I'm really.
Everybody didn't listen to the Blueprint just for beats. They were listening to how Hove was talking bananas. So the beats were just a plus. But I think he did a better production on the Black album than he did the Blueprint. Honestly,
It doesn't matter what album you choose. Like Kanye makes amazing music. Like again, you can say what you want. Yes, he has mental illness. He struggled. He says a lot of crazy stuff in the last several years. But the man makes amazing music, and that's to any objective ear.
where would you put him in the top 5 though in hip hop? Would he go above a Timberland? Would he go above a Swiss Beats? Would he go above
I think he would
Drake?
go. I would think he would go above a Swiss because I think Swiss is like primarily like a hip hop rap producer, whereas like Timberland and Just Blaze, they've made a lot of like music across genres. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to Scott Storch too. We can't forget about Scotty.
Yeah, yeah. But Kanye, I would say, if I don't know. He up there. He's in the top 5.
I'll give you that though. I'll give you that.
I was wondering how you was gonna argue this. I'm like, have you heard Late Registration?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard College Dropout?
No, I haven't. I have never tapped into Kanye's full discography because I just felt like I listened to the first one, and then I also listened to the one. What's the one with he had Barry Bonds on there? What was that CD?
Oh, Graduation.
Yeah, the Graduation. In between that, everything sounded like Through the Wire to me. Just unless he did it for somebody else's music, everything sounded like Through the Wire.
Oh, all right. Well, I would just challenge you to go back to his, listen with an objective ear and
I will. I'll be non-biased. Music. Yeah, I'll be non-biased. I'll go check it out. Usually when you give me recommendations, man, they're definitely on point. So I will give you that much.
Yeah, my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in a lot of people's list, not just my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in a lot of people's list is in their top 10 list. Like it's a piece of art. It's a classic album. It's a classic.
Doesn't even ring a bell. This
I know. I know, but it's an amazing album.
I'm gonna go check it out, man. Shout out to Kanye, man. He hasn't been on no crazy rants and shit like that, man. He doing all right, man. Shout out to the A. The man tried to run for president.
You mean other than running for president?
Well, I'm about to say it. The man ran for president. And he got voters, though. So shout out to Ye, man. I asked one dude, I said, why did you vote for Ye? You know what this motherfucker tell me?
What did he say?
I don't know. Whoa! So that's a
worst
good reason.
Answer to any question. That's the worst answer to any question you ask.
You don't know. So why'd you do it? Like Pop said on Friday, why'd you do it? Jesus. God, I don't know. Just because you got some Yeezy 700s. But shout out to him. You know what? I will commend Kanye. I will commend that man. Because he has a top-selling shoe product. His shoes probably selling more than any artist who has ever dropped a shoe. And he did it his own way throughout all this controversy, whatever the case may be. People still buy these $500-$600 shoes. I don't like them per se, but I love the fact that this black man is getting his. So shout out to you and your entrepreneurship. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Ye, man.
Did you use the ER there?
No, I put nigga.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure.
That's dope, man. That's really dope. Like Jay-Z couldn't even sell shoes. That's crazy. I mean, he sold the Doc Carters, but the bitch was trash too, though.
Cass was wearing them. They bought their Rockefeller Rockaware button up.
Rockaware button up with the
baggy jeans.
The super baggy boys.
Bunched up at the bottom. Over the top of your G units.
Oh Lord. Or the Birdmans. You remember the birds? You remember them?
I try to forget.
Birdman, daddy, I shine in different weather. Why are you doing that, Birdman?
Yeah,
Why?
that was kind of like that was the wave, right? Like at that time, like everybody was releasing. Like Outkast had a clothing line, had a T.I. had a clothing line. Like all these dudes were like dropping all Master P. I know you had some P Millers.
Oh God, not the P. P had the basketball jerseys. He had everything, bro. Shout out to P, man. P is like, he's the godfather of this stuff, man. He the way he advertises his product and puts so much shit, that is so motivational, man. We need more P's in the world, bro.
Listen, if you have a P Miller jersey right now, please DM me and name your price.
Right now, the Raptor boy or just the fatigue or no limit boy?
I'm just talking about the one that say P Miller on the front.
Must be surprised if Lil Romeo hit your inbox. I got one. Well, we know you got one. We know you got 3 of them boys. The No Limit Shot Boys. Come on. Shout out to them, man. Because he's very daring on what he does. And it takes a lot of balls to do that. You know. So shout out to P, man.
He had him having the most trash
rapper
clothing line. I don't want to burn no bridges. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I mean,
I do know if you showed up with some Lugs boots, then.
Oh, the Luggies.
Did you have Lugs boots?
I did have a pair of Lugs boots.
Yeah, I remember who was that? The Funkmaster Flex had a commercial.
Them bitches was so blocky. It was like wearing steel toe boots. I think they might have had steel in the toe of the boots. The Lugs. Damn, not the Lugs.
The Lugs with your Nietzsche top.
Oh, wow.
Evisu jeans. Remember the African joint on 7 Mile? We used to buy all that boot.
Shout out to a bass. Ooh, a bass. Shout out to the Africans, baby.
Oh, man, I bought like 2 or 3 pair of Jordans from that place, man. Them joints broke down like
fucking a whole bottom of your foot be out in a week. Whole base of the shoe just gone. Michael Jordan smoking a blunt on the side of it. What is Jordan doing smoking?
Well, I bought a pair of white 8s. Pair of white 8s there, you know, with the ones with the strap across them. I caught myself trying to play basketball in them boys.
Oh, that was a terrible idea.
Man, I was Stevie Eiserman, like out there. I was Sergei Fedorov. Sliding up, man. Listen, worse.
That's David Kane. Slide.
Yo.
That's not a good idea.
Shout out to a Bass, man. Bought some Lacoste shirts from there for what they was charging $20 for the Lacoste shirts.
I want to say, if you free my mans from A-Bass, because I know you probably locked the hell up right now with all this counterfeit ass gear you was getting from, I don't even know where. When I seen Michael Jordan
for $60,
the nigga had the Jumpman sign. One hand, his hand was open. The other side, he doing the West Side. Like, come on, Jordan.
That's a made up story. You ain't see that, man.
Hey, man, I seen some terrible. I'm telling you, they had some terrible Jordan figures on the side of these shoes, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the wife over there.
Oh, Greg said, shout out to you.
You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Like, they had some terrible shit, though, man. But
like, man, I probably still got them Lacoste shirts upstairs.
You can still rock some Lacoste, man.
You can. The alligator, man.
Timeless.
You want to see the inside, huh? I'll see you later.
R.I.P. Biggie. For those who don't know what that was a bar from Biggie. Shout out to Biggie, man. But yeah, them boys still go hard, man. There's still places out here in the streets that still sell a whole section of them joints. Like, you know, all the old heads still be grabbing them up too. Oh, you got the black with the green like alligator. Sheesh. Yeah, shout out to Old Fashioned, man. I'm glad it's making his appearance back because This stuff that you knew cats be wearing, I cannot get jiggy with these tight ass jogging fits, like the ones with the tight ankleless. Why is my joggy so tight at the ankle? I hate them joints, bro. Like, bring back the traditional joggy. You could just put on and feel comfortable. Joint. Yeah, so you can feel comfortable. Just because you can't even move, bro. Your ankles be cold. So you got to wear a boot that's higher than your joint. Like, it's insane. It's new fashion, man. Y'all need to grow up.
Not grow up. It's just new. It's the new stuff, man, and it'll circle back around, man. You know, because fashion always comes back. Because this was really like, if you think back to, the 80s and 90s, it was tight clothes, it was form-fitting clothes and outfits, and then it got to the 90s and it got real baggy. Big pants,
super
big
baggy.
Jerseys. It's just ridiculously.
I don't want to go back to those days where people with my size wearing 5X t-shirts. What? That the sleeve come all the way down to your wrist on a t-shirt.
Those are some tough years, man. Those are some tough years.
Getting they
with the glasses. Shout out to Fabo.
Right, shout out to Fabo. We geeked up in it. Oh, if Jeezy play Geeked Up, I'm kicking my computer over. If Geeked Up comes on that battle, bro, every person in Detroit is probably gonna start a fight. Yeah. If he plays anything a Trap or Die, it's gonna be a lot of fights and arguments. This battle gonna separate a lot of people. Because you got a lot of Gucci fans and you got a lot of Jeezy fans. And you got a lot of Jeezy fans that still feel some type of way about the Gucci fans, about how disrespectful Gucci was to Jeezy. It's gonna be real entertaining, man.
I think so. I'm glad they can pull it off. I hope it happens.
No doubt, man.
I hope it happens. Who's your guy? Who's your pick?
That's tough, man. I'm just gonna try to stay on the sideline, but I like WAP, man. I like Gucci, man. Because despite the fact he didn't have as many Billboard hits and things of that nature, his hits were still hits throughout the community, And for that to be the case, man, you had to put a lot of groundwork in, and he put a lot of these new artists on that a lot of people aren't hearing on the radios and things of that sort. So
for sure,
that's why I've been rocking with him so long. Like he's out to help people as far as better himself. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to him put his team on, man. He put on for the culture. So I'm gonna go with Gucci, man.
Okay.
What about you?
I just go to Snowman. I just enjoy his music more. That's a very simple answer.
Yep, nice to the point. Straight to the point, man.
I think both legends, both trap legends, both dudes who like ushered in like a new chapter in hip hop, but just enjoy Jeezy's music more.
You know a battle I want to see also?
What's that?
I want to see a Usher versus Chris Brown battle.
I think that's the only reasonable like matchup right there. Like I think that's the only reasonable matchup. I don't know anybody else who has a catalog that can go up against Usher and vice versa.
Yeah, I think that'll be a darn good battle, man. Because I swear one thing for sure, two things for certain. If he plays anything off that Confessions album,
he could just play that. He could just play that front to back.
Lord have mercy.
What?
Jeez. It's okay, fellas. It's okay to listen to R&B music, man. Don't puff your chest up all the time. Get out there and listen to other things outside your comfort zone, man. Listen to some R&B because that should have had you chill mode. You don't got to have gangster music on all the time. Bump you some of that, John, man. Smoke some.
Little, I mean, you could take it. Not the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers. Shout out to Michael McDonald.
Ooh.
I will be there.
Hey, Michael used to have that voice, man. Oh, Michael McDonald. Jeez.
I keep forgetting.
And they didn't even know. A lot of people ain't even know he was Caucasian, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Caucasians with soul, man.
Yeah.
Like the average white band. Whew.
Oh yeah.
I love you my own.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them, man. But
What was I saying? Oh.
yep.
Now what was I talking about?
I forgot already.
You said the Doobie Brothers. Oh, R&B. So even take it back, man. Like the Luther. You listen to Luther? I mean, that's a whole nother
If
conversation.
y'all
We
haven't,
could probably do a whole quality Luther episode because CG and I were listening to some Luther. I forgot what song it was. CG, what song was it? Was it House Is Not Home?
that is an amazing song.
It is one of the most amazingly composed songs. It was a bit like it's like, you know how like we listen to beats, you know, in music, and it's just, you know, they make a beat and they put it and they do a loop, and so it's kind of the same beat throughout the. It was like just music playing in the background while he was
going
like
crazy.
just
That's what he was
singing
doing.
his ass off.
He was
like
going fucking bananas.
Right.
Luther Vandross, he was ahead of his time, man. Rest in peace, Luther Vandross, man. Because I had a Luther day probably sometime last week, and I just had his playlist going. I'm just like, holy moly.
Yeah.
This guy was just spilling his beans out there in these streets, man. Sheesh. Who would you, if we can get a versus with passed away artists, who would you put up against? Like, as far as like R&B, since we're talking about Luther, who would you pair up against Luther in a battle?
Wow, it's a good question.
Ooh, I got one. Ooh,
he's like the Jay-Z of that of balladeering.
What about Marvin Gaye? Luther versus Marvin Gaye battle?
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Or Ron Isley.
Versus who? Luther?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ron cheating though, because Ron got a lot.
He been doing music for like 7 years. Out here still performing.
Jesus Christ.
They putting him on stage. He don't know where he is.
He just same old tone though. Same tone.
You got
You got to put him up against like Uncle Charlie though. What about Uncle Charlie? They got he got some music too now. Or what about a Gerald Levert? Teddy Pendergrass?
Teddy P. What about Al Green?
Hey man, that's another one, right? That's one that's a fork in the road artist right there. Like, you got to have your A game to go against Al, because Uncle Al was all over the place with his. Like,
Reverend.
Yeah, he was all over the place. Shout out to you young heads. Y'all need to get up on these old head artists, man. Please go tap in, because that's some legendary music that a lot of these new artists are sampling that you don't even know where they came from. Do your research. Oh yeah, real quick, ladies and gentlemen. November 19th, we have a very, very, very special drop coming, man. It's a special event for most Detroiters, Detroit Piston fans, of Indiana Pacer fans. It is the anniversary of the Malice of the Palace. One of the most epic nights in basketball. Even though it had bad energy, I won't lie, but it was one of the most entertaining nights in basketball history. November 19th, we're doing a special dedication here at Quality Minutes. Go ahead.
So for those who do not know about the Malice of the Palace, you want to describe what happened that evening?
The Malice in the Palace. Well, at this particular time, it was the Detroit Pistons versus the Indiana Pacers, and I think it was like a meaningless game too, because I think we were already set in the playoffs. We already had our playoff bid posted, so we knew we were going to the playoffs, the Pistons. But it was a heated rivalry. Yeah, we were already locked in. That was the Rick Carlisle year. And it was heated. The teams didn't like each other much because they had a heated rivalry the last few playoffs, whatever the case may be. And at the time, the Pistons had a center named Ben Wallace. Shout out to Big Ben. The game was over. Maybe like a minute left in the game. Maybe it was a meaningless. Ben was trying to lay it up, and Ron Artest gave him a real hard foul. So once he got fouled, technical came, ref separated people because Ben didn't like the foul at all. Ben proceeded to push him, get up in his face, about to squab it out. So Ron Artest, he takes a walk over to the scorer's table and lays down at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Disrespectful. You don't come to Detroit with that.
You don't come to Detroit like that, man. First of all, the Palace of Auburn Hills is 30 minutes from Detroit. But the fact that Detroiters drove 30 minutes to go to Auburn Hills and for somebody to lay on the scorer's table and think that they're not going to be disrespected.
FYI, that Pistons team is the reason we've started this. This
yes.
Yeah.
You're damn right. Hard work.
That's
Hall of Fame.
I'm sorry. Continue.
So he lays there on the table as the referees are trying to get the situation under control. A fan throws a full $9 beverage at this guy. Do you know how much beers cost at a game, a professional game? That was a $9 beverage.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
He throws a $9.
That means he cares more about hitting you in the head with his beer than he does about his money.
It's $9 on this 16-ounce brew. Hit him pinpoint right in the face. Bow. Now, if I'm a millionaire basketball player, got so much stuff to lose, I'm not going to do what this guy does. But I'm Ron Artest.
Let me first of all, let me stop you right there, because if we're not gonna be 100, then I'm gonna just go ahead and shut us off right now. I'm gonna just shut us off. You said you would not respond like Ron Artest. You would not respond. Is that what you're telling me?
Touche. Well, I would have, but Ryan might not have. You might have took the simple, smooth route, like, you know what? Security, go get that motherfucker. But no, Ron Artest didn't do that. He did act like me. Okay, fuck it. He seen the person who threw it, so he ran up in the stands to give this man some hands.
That was unheard of. I don't know of any other situation in the NBA history where that's occurred.
In hindsight of that, I want to shout out Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson showed how much of a loyal road dog he can be for his team.
Hey, can you let them out real quick?
Not only did Ron Artest run up there, but once Steven Jackson seen him run up there, he was right there behind him, throwing them things. You hear me? And it was just total chaos from that point on. Chairs flying, beers flying, people getting on the court. And I don't know why people who were my size, I'm only 5'7". I'm not getting on the court trying to fight no NBA player.
These are giant human beings.
These guys are
at the top of their athletic abilities. Their athletic prowess is unmatched.
Nothing less than 6'3", 210 pounds. Nothing less. And
I'm straight.
These Piston fans didn't give a damn at that point. That's how you know they were from Detroit, because at that particular time the anger was so high. Everybody must have seemed like they were their height or something. I don't know.
But also you got to think about, like, at that time there was just a lot of pride and it was just so much love around the Detroit Pistons, man. Like that was a great time, like to be a Detroit Pistons fan, man. It was exciting. It was, Mason was doing the announcements and
we were winning.
That helped. We were actually winning. We were going to the playoffs and winning.
4-time Eastern Conference Eastern Conference final visits.
Oh yeah.
Back to back, like. So that was a great time for the city of Detroit.
It was.
But needless to say, my questions to you guys, you can drop it in the comments and our YouTube page. Where were you when the Malice went on? Like, what is your fondest memory of the Malice of the Palace? Because I know for one, I was in a bowling alley, and I was bowling a pretty good game, man. Bowling a pretty good competitive game against one of my friends, and he ended up looking at the TV like, "Is this recorded? Like, what's going on?" And it was just a melee, and everybody just stopped in the whole bowling alley. Everybody just stopped. Just people who had, how you got to pay for hours and shit. Their time was running up. They lanes cutting off.
I didn't care. You had to watch the spectacle.
Yeah, where were you guys during the Malice of the Palace? And what were your fondest memories of that? Drop that in the link below, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right there on our YouTube, man. Let us know where you were during the Malice, man, because we got some shit for you, man. Beautiful merch.
I think I was in my dorm room studying. Sorry, I don't have a more exciting story, but that's
pretty exciting, man.
That's where
a lot of people don't study, so shout out to you studying, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to that, man.
But
yeah, man.
Looking forward to those drops. So before we go, quality music recommendations, you got any?
My quality music recommendation this week, I'm going to say go tap into Outkast.
Okay.
Get prepared for the battle. What is it, next week or the week after? Whenever it is, go tap into Outkast. For those who haven't tapped into Outkast, the whole discography. Start from
you just start listen to everything. Just listen to everything.
Just listen to Outkast, man. That's my recommendation. What about yourself?
I just started it, but Black Thought just dropped Streams of Thought Volume 3. And if you all are, y'all listen to hip hop, and Black Thought is just one of those guys who are just out of this world. He's an alien.
Bars.
There's not a lot of aliens. You got like Andre 3000. You got guys like Black Thought. You got dudes
Bars
like Nas.
Bars,
which is different lyrically.
Just different.
Black Thought is that guy. So definitely go check out Streams of Thought Volume 3.
Get well soon, Benny the Butcher.
Yeah. Prayers are up for you, man.
Get well soon, man. Go follow Quality Minutes LLC at Instagram, Quality Minutes on Facebook, Quality Minutes on YouTube. Follow the Quality Minutes podcast. Go get some of this quality merch. You hear me?
Please.
I'm so excited about these drops for y'all, because that's a quality blue collection t-shirt that Ryan has on. Just fresh off the presses right there, man. Sheesh. Holy moly donut shop.
So on top of we talked about the Malice in the Palace, but also we're dropping another hoodie that I think you'll like it, that I think you really like. It's just kind of an honorary Young Kamala hoodie. So
shout out to the AKAs.
Yeah, shout out to the AKA. So definitely gonna be dropping some new things. So go out and make some purchases and support the movement. And at some point we're gonna put some people in the Hard Work Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point we're gonna get to it, but it's okay. We moving and grooving now.
We promise y'all we're gonna have a special guest next podcast. Let's promise the people that we can promise them that.
Well, I'm gonna let you promise them that.
I'm gonna promise y'all. I'm gonna have somebody for y'all next podcast, man. I got you. Y'all in good hands like Allstate. You heard me?
Bet. All right, man. It was awesome. It's always a pleasure, man.
Till next time, people. Make every minute count out there. Quality minutes. You know what I'm talking
about? How are you using your 1440? How are you using your 1440?
Support a brand that supports you, people. We love you.
LiveQualityMinutes.com.